Hi everyone, and welcome to English with JT. Perhaps this video could be called Baking with JT. I'm just joking. Actually, we are going to be busy in the kitchen baking. I am making a popular North American dessert called blueberry buckle. Because in this video, I want to share vocabulary with you all about baking. To tell you the truth, I really don't have a lot of experience with baking. So along with any English questions you have, feel free to send me your baking tips. All right, let's get ready to learn together. I do hope to improve my baking skills, and of course, I do wish to help you learn English. Today, I am going to bake a dessert called blueberry buckle. My mother often baked blueberry buckle in the summertime when the blueberries were ripe. In fact, she always did lots of baking for our family. So growing up, she always had something especially delicious baked for us. I come from a Canadian province called Nova Scotia that is located on the east coast of Canada. In Nova Scotia, blueberry desserts are quite popular because a lot of wild blueberries grow there. In fact, there is a town called Oxford that is well known as the wild blueberry capital of Canada. The town even has a big and happy blueberry statue. Here we are in the kitchen now, and I am about to start baking. I hope that the blueberry buckle I am making can be half as good as my mom's blueberry buckle. Unless you are very good at baking, most of us need to follow a recipe. Because I am a little bit nostalgic, I will follow a recipe from this printed cookbook instead of using a recipe online. All right, before I begin, let me put on this apron. With my beginner baking skills, I might make a mess. Of course, we need to have some baking tools, like mixing bowls, measuring cups, measuring spoons, a whisk, a spatula, and an electric hand mixer. For the cake part, we will need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, a half cup of granulated sugar, a 1/3 cup of milk, a 1/4 cup of shortening, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 egg, and 2 cups of fresh or frozen blueberries. All right. First, let's preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 175 degrees Celsius. Grease an 8x8 square baking dish. Then, whisk together all the dry ingredients in a mixing bowl. 1 cup of flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now, let's move on to the wet ingredients. Beat the 1/4 cup of shortening and the 1/2 cup of sugar with an electric hand mixer until it is light and creamy. Then, we add 1 egg and keep beating the mixture. Now, we pour in half of the flour mixture we prepared earlier. Then pour half of the milk. Mix well. Then, pour the rest of the milk and the rest of the flour mixture. Mix until the batter is smooth. Now, the batter is ready to be poured into the baking dish. Then, sprinkle our 2 cups of frozen blueberries on top of the batter. For the crumbled topping, we will need a 1/3 cup of flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/3 cup of sugar, and a 1/4 cup of cubed butter. Combine sugar, flour, cinnamon, and butter in a bowl. Then, use a fork to cut the butter into the flour until the mixture is crumbly and evenly mixed. Evenly sprinkle the crumble topping mixture over the blueberries. It's so ready for the oven now. We will bake it in the preheated oven about 45 minutes, or until the berries are done. The cake made with fresh blueberries might bake faster than a cake made with frozen blueberries. While the blueberry buckle is baking in the oven, let's take a look now at today's vocabulary for baking. Flour, flour. Yeast, yeast. Baking powder, baking powder. Baking soda, baking soda. Starch, starch. Salt, salt. Egg yolk, egg yolk. Egg white, egg white. Vanilla extract, vanilla extract. Granulated sugar, granulated sugar. Brown sugar, brown sugar. Icing sugar, powdered sugar, confectioner's sugar. Icing sugar, powdered sugar. Confectioner's sugar. Vegetable oil, vegetable oil. Butter, butter. Shortening, shortening. Cinnamon, cinnamon. Batter, batter. Dough, dough. Measuring spoon, measuring spoon. Measuring cup, measuring cup. Mixing bowl, mixing bowl. Whisk, whisk. Spatula, spatula. Wooden spoon, wooden spoon. Rolling pin, rolling pin. Beater, hand mixer, beater, hand mixer. Cookie cutter, cookie cutter. Oven, oven. Oven mitt, oven mitt. baking sheet, baking sheet. Our blueberry buckle has finished baking. And the kitchen smells so nice. I will take it out of the oven now and sit it on the stovetop to cool down. One last thing before we enjoy this tasty dessert. I will check to see if it's cooked in the middle. Let me poke a toothpick into the cake. The toothpick is clean, and so we are ready to enjoy this wonderful dessert. I have drizzled some condensed milk on top. Ice cream and whipped cream are also good choices. It tastes great. Okay, that's our video for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If so, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. For more learning, come to EnglishWithJT.com. There you will find the full transcripts for all of my videos, vocabulary sheets, grammar tips, and so much more. In fact, I will also post my blueberry buckle recipe in case you would like to bake it for yourself. If you try to bake it, I would love to know how well that goes. You can let me know at EnglishWithJT.com or on any one of my social channels. So once again, I invite you to come along, share a smile, and practice English with me. You're always welcome at English with JT. See you next time.